me go to Mary, and I will plead with Amache in Suffolk, because you are going to do a very good job for us on this leg of the discussion on the broader matters of, governance and protecting our economy and the rest of them. Mary, maybe we should get into that straight away. Mary, you at the GII have issued a statement, and in that statement, you are unhappy about what is going on. You feel this shouldn't have happened, but it is going on. So the OSP should do its work and do it well, among others. And then you zoom into the Conduct of Public Officers Bill, which should be passed in a form and fashion that can check some of these things. That's your concern.
Certainly. Let me say good morning to you and good morning to my fellow guests on your show this morning and to those who are watching us. Yes, Samson, we say so because we believe that in this country we can make some very good strides if we have laws that back. We make the call that the best place to start with the investigation is the Office of the Special Prosecutor, because he is supposed to be dealing in issues of investigating corruption and corruption-related offenses. We believe this zooms into that arena. And so that's why we are saying that without a doubt, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has over the past year shown that if he's given the needed independence, if he is allowed to do his work, he would do a good job. He has done that over and over again, started with the DCE, he's gone on to Frimpong Boateng, whom many people did not expect to have happened. He's done so. So we believe he can also tackle this. It is, if he wants to, he will do that, and we think he should do it and do it expeditiously. Right. We also believe that one of the things that can help the course of this investigation is to see the various agencies collaborating, particularly the police, to give them the original information to ensure that they are engaging and doing the investigation as they should. It is a sad matter, but it is what it is. So let us see the appropriate office doing its work and doing it well. Then this calls to attention the fact that over the past 10 years, we have been asking for a robust legislation or framework that deals with the matter of asset declaration. As per what the Constitution talks about, the Constitution says people who take political office would be required to ensure that they declare their assets even before taking office, and also 3 months after they've done so. Somehow, in the passage of the law to activate that clause in the Constitution, we see that there is a 6-month period given. However, that is being tackled by the COPO, I mean the Conduct of Public Officers Bill, which has traversed about 3 different parliaments and has not gotten passed. At the last count, we know for a fact that it went through even the second reading. However, government chickened at the last minute and they didn't pass it. We also know that, as a matter of fact, Cabinet, which the bill has been with during this tenure of Parliament, at a point decided that it was not a priority for government to pass that bill. That is very curious, and we should be asking government why a bill that seeks to ensure that we are building on and making robust Act 550, 1998. We are aiming to make it a best practice bill become a reality. The government, which promised in its manifesto that it would fight corruption and ensure that some of these legislations are passed, decided not to do so. And if you look at the chronicles from the Occupy Ghana, with the very confidential letter that came out, it is a sad reflection of the fight against corruption being rhetoric more than the action we require. However, we are consoled in the fact that despite the fact that civil society and other actors have failed in getting government to make this a priority, the IMF, in one of its requirements, has demanded that we ensure that we pass this bill, because it does more than what the Act 550 does. We are calling for an asset declaration regime that is robust enough to add on the issues of verification. Apart from verifying, let me admit here that the Auditor General, in the various meetings we have held with him in the past year as the Citizens Coalition, has indicated to us that every asset that is declared, they open to ensure that the form is well filled. That is the case. As to whether they verify on the asset that have declared and the various liabilities therein is another matter we need to all pay attention to. So we are asking that this COPO bill that is currently stranded in Parliament should become an urgent matter that the state pays attention to. And now that the IMF has come in, we know that it must come out. And we want a regime that has verification and a regime that has publication. Again, let me reference when we were even in a dictatorial regime during the PNDC era. If you go back to the government gazettes that chronicle that period, you would see that we had an asset declaration regime that took care of verification and also publication. And so public officers' assets were published. So you begin to wonder what went wrong with us, that if in the 80s we were able to look at an asset declaration regime that took care of this, which others came to learn from us to adapt their own, then where there lies the fact that in a democracy we decided that we make things so cheap that people just declare their assets until there is an issue before these assets are looked into.
Okay.
Remember, we are talking about public officers.
Right.
Apart from verification, we want to also see the issue of the publication. And then finally, monitoring of these assets and liabilities. We are all in this country, and we remember that people who are just like me, who cannot account for maybe 1,000 cedis at any particular time, become public officers, and within a year or two, they are building mansions.
Right.
They are acquiring very expensive.
Right. So building mansions and the rest of them, you say that in your statement that the OSP should investigate extensively so that we get to know all of these things. The OSP issued a statement and said its investigations are ongoing, supposing at the right time, because I can imagine that they will be inundated by the media. And as you saw in your short, any serious media house, in the time that the discussions were going on, if you are a serious media house, you have reporters at OSP's building area, and as we understand, they went there, they were driven away, so they had to stand around. They didn't move away. Some of them were just lurking around the place, even though they were driven away from the OSP site. Madam Cecilia Dapaah's house. You must be a lousy editor if you don't send a reporter to be stationed at that house. So they were all there, and as these movements were going on, you can see they were only capturing pictures because they couldn't get anybody to talk to them. And they did searches, as we understand, as expected to have been done, and so on. So on this note, what I'll say, even before I go to my next guest, is that Ghanaians, the OSP is investigating. What is your role? Do you think you don't have a role in this? You have a role. Your role is this. If you know that this public officer has a property one place or the next, if you know that they have stashed some money somewhere, the OSP needs you to supply information. And guess what? If you do it rightly, you benefit. In fact, those who are stealing the money in the house, you don't have to steal. When you suspect that the money is tainted money, you don't have to steal it. All you need to do is blow the whistle under the Whistleblowers Act. Section 24 says you are entitled to as much as 10%. So imagine Maabina, Patience Boche. If you saw this and you felt the money is not clean money, and you wanted part of it desperately, or you want to help the state to stop something you thought was thievery, all you needed to do was go through the Whistleblowers Act, blow the whistle. You blow the whistle, and then the state will recover what does not belong to her, and you get 10% of the money. You spend it freely. Nobody will prosecute you because that's your money. You actually get protection from the state. And the state could use you as a witness. And you also have a protection as a witness. Okay? Thank you very much. Yes.
I think everyone is laughing because the trust in all these institutions is lacking. And the fear is that if I go, I may be sacked without any 10% and nobody will be found out.
Oh, you get a lawyer. They will help you out. They will help you out. Isn't that so?
No trust in the system, the regime. I think that is the issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just opened that act. It says you can blow the whistle. These are the classes of people you can blow the whistle to. Okay. You can blow it to. You can blow it to a police officer, the attorney general, the auditor general. If you don't trust the police officer, you can trust some police officers. You can blow it to the attorney general, you can blow it to the auditor general, you can blow it to a staff of the intelligence agencies, okay? A member of parliament. You can blow it to the Serious Fraud Office, now IOCO. You can blow it to the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, National Media Commission, the Narcotics Control Board. You can blow it to a chief, head or an elder of the family, of the whistleblower. So you can tell a head or elder of your family and they will help you to get it to the right place. It says a head of a recognized religious body. You can talk to your pastor about it, and then they will take it up. A member of the district assembly, a minister of state, the office of the president.
You see, everyone here is just laughing.
Office of the president, the revenue agencies, governing board, or a district chief executive. You can blow it, and when you blow the whistle, you will be protected. If somebody wants to harm you, if you are an employee, you will not be dismissed, you cannot be suspended, and they cannot do anything to you. And then, when the process is over, it says that you are entitled to Section 24, reward on recovery of money. A whistleblower whose disclosure results in the recovery of an amount of money shall be rewarded from a fund that is supposed to, the fund has not been set up. That's the next.
So you see?
With 10% of the amount of money recovered or the amount of money that the Attorney General shall, in consultation with the Inspector General of Police, determine. All right, thank you very much. Now.